Look, if you're a soldier, trying to figure out the Army's rules on substance abuse can feel like walking a tightrope. And getting it right isn't just about following the regs. It can literally be the difference between keeping your career and losing it. So let's break down exactly how it all works.
This is maybe the most critical question a soldier facing a problem can ask. The answer isn't complicated, but it is absolute. And believe me, knowing the answer changes everything.
I mean, that's really it. The whole system, all the consequences, your entire future, it all boils down to one simple thing. Do you put your hand up and ask for help first, or does the Army find out about the problem first? And hey, this isn't just some barracks rumor or something somebody heard. This is the real deal, black and white policy. Everything we're going to talk about is laid out right here in AR 600-85. This is the official playbook. Okay, so to really get how this works, you've got to know the two main players you'll be dealing with. They sound kind of similar, but they do completely different things. We're talking about ASAP, the Army Substance Abuse Program, and SUDCC, the Substance Use Disorder Clinical Care. And this slide, well, it lays it out perfectly. Think of it like this. On one side, you've got the business and discipline part of the house. That's ASAP. They're all about the rules. On the other side, you've got the doctor and hospital side, and that is SUDCC. That's all about treatment. All right, so let's dig into ASAP. This is the commands program, right? These are the folks who handle the drug tests, the urinalysis. They're the ones giving those prevention briefings we all sit through, and they handle all the official reporting. When your commander has an issue, ASAP is who they call. Okay, now let's flip over to SUDCC. This is totally different. It's run by the hospital, not by the garrison. We're talking about actual medical professionals, counselors, doctors, therapists, who provide real clinical care. So if you boil it all down, ASAP is there to police the force, and SUDCC is there to treat the soldier. All right, now that we know who's who, let's get to the real meat of it. How does the Army decide which way things are going to go for you? Punishment or help? Well, it all depends on how you end up in the system. First things first, we need to be super clear on what the Army even considers substance abuse. Because it's not just, illegal drugs. It also means misusing prescription medicine, even if it's your own, or abusing alcohol, like drinking underage or having it affect your job performance. And yeah, the Army definitely has its ways of finding out. The biggest one, of course, is the urinalysis. But it could also be a specific incident, like getting a DUI or getting into a fight. It could even just be your leadership noticing that your performance is taking a nosedive. So this is it. The moment of truth. You know there's a problem. What happens next? Well, that whole story depends on who makes the next move, you or your commander. Okay, let's walk down the first path. And trust me, this is the one you never want to be on. This is what happens when the Army finds the problem before you say anything. And make no mistake about it, when it comes to illegal drugs, the Army's policy is zero tolerance, period. If you test positive on a drug test or get into serious trouble with alcohol, like a DUI, the command is going to react, and it's going to be fast and serious. And this slide just lays out the whole downward spiral perfectly. The second you get caught, the first thing that happens is punishment. That process starts immediately. Now, sure, you're also going to be mandatorily sent to SUDC for treatment, but that's happening at the same time they're starting the paperwork to kick you out. The key thing to get here is that, yeah, you'll get treatment, but it might be while they're showing you the door. So, what does punishment actually mean for your career? Let's get specific. We're talking in Article 15, which means you could lose rank and pay. And more importantly, for a drug offense, they almost always start administrative separation paperwork. Basically, your Army career is pretty much over. But there is another way, a much, much better way. Let's take a look at Path B. This is the one where you grab the steering wheel before the Army does. It's called a self-referral, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's you, the soldier, realizing there's a problem and going to your leadership or a chaplain or even straight to SUDCC to ask for help before the Army finds out. Just look at how different this path is. It's night and day. You ask for help, and this special protection, the limited use policy, kicks in. The goal immediately shifts from punishment to treatment. The whole focus here is just to get you the help you need, get you healthy, and get you back to your unit to continue your career. Okay, everybody listen up, because this slide right here, this is probably the single most important piece of information in this entire breakdown. It's called the limited use policy, and it's a huge protection. It means that what you say when you ask for help and during your treatment can't be used to give you UCMJ or kick you out. Basically, by putting your hand up first, you put a protective shield around your career.
Okay, so we've looked at the two big programs, ASAP and SUDC. We've walked down the two very, very different paths. Now let's put it all together. What's the bottom line?
Seriously, if you forget everything else, just remember this one thing. If you get caught, punishment comes first. If you ask for help, treatment comes first. It really is that simple, and the difference is huge.
This table just puts it all in black and white. You can't miss it. You see it right there. Fail a drug test, get a DUI, you get punishment and a mandatory referral for treatment. But then look at that last row, the self-referral. Punishment? No, you're protected. The referral is just to get you fixed up. The choice could not be clearer.
So when you get right down to it, the Army has basically set up two doors. One door often leads right back out of the Army. The other door leads to recovery and back to your unit. The question is, which door are you or your battle buddy going to walk through?